We're live, Bubbles. We're live, Bubbles. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I hope you're doing well today. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and it's about 7:30 a.m. and it's our 538th episode today. I was out shoveling snow, so I was doing that after I walked the dogs. So a little busy before we do the show, and then we have a visitor here who hasn't been over here in a while, Miss Bubbles. Say hi to everybody, Miss Bubbles. You want to say hi? There's Miss Bubbles. That's Miss Bubbles. She just, as I said, she got past the dog, so she's happy. It'll take forever for them to be friends, I think. Who knows? Anyway, we talk about Scrum and Agile, and I'm Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and we try to help you bring value to your customer in a way that you don't work 60, 80 hours a week and not stress out, have a little fun along the way, and get home to your family and friends so you can shovel the snow. So, we're talking about two things today. Talking about estimations, because I love our weather people, and I'm going to talk about how bad, everybody talks about how bad we are at estimating, and the weather and the snow forecast is just a great example of that. And then I want to talk about the tale of two scaled operations, or scaling twice. I had a job interview a little while well, it was a discussion with a recruiter. It wasn't an interview. It was just discuss what the positions were. And the recruiter was looking for Agile coaches for a particular large corporation that I won't mention. And we'll talk about that a little bit. My experience is what I heard from the recruiter that kind of made me go, huh? What? So, it was interesting. So we're talking about estimations first. Everybody talks about estimations. Oh, like Jared Poole said, well, they went to Agile so that they can estimate better, and that was why we did it. And I'm like, no, that's not why we did it. We did it so we wouldn't estimate. It's kind of the opposite. Bubbles, you gotta pick your spot, cat. There you go. Pick a spot. I'll sit. It's like telling a dog to sit. Tell a cat to sit. Doesn't quite work. Anyway, so estimation. So we had some snow over the past week or so. At first, the weather forecast people were like, oh, we're going to get like massive 12 inches of snow. We got like 6, maybe 4 down here in the city. Out in the suburbs, they got 24. So in their mind, their estimations are good because they're talking about all of Philadelphia, not just Center City, Philly, but they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna get 6 to 12 inches or whatever. Well, we get the 6 inches mark, right? And but in the city, it wasn't like bad. And then this morning, I got a walking the dog and it stopped snowing. I listened to the weather people. They're like, oh, snow's done here in the city and everything. I'm like, great. As soon as I finished shoveling the snow, it started snowing again. I'm like, what the heck? So this is where estimations are terrible, and why we just got to go with the flow and not base everything on estimations. We can't do it. We're just not very good at it. Even with all the data and all the science and all the computer stuff that the weather people have, they still can't say, well, yeah, it's going to keep raining. And then I heard, well, we're going to get another snow ban. I'm like, because it's in West Virginia. I'm like, what? I just shoveled the snow off the sidewalk. Now you're basically telling me I have to do it again because you can't figure this stuff out. So it's just a similar story why we, even with all the data and all the computers and all the minute finite element analysis of a sprint and making each sprint a little time box so you can do finite element analysis and how our predictability is, we still pretty bad at it. That's why estimates isn't really what is important. It's about getting work out, right? And how good we are at getting what we promise out. So that's my little take on estimates today. I know it's a Thursday. And then the other thing, tale of two scaled Scrum operations. So here's the story. I had a job interview. As you know, probably know, I was out looking for a job. I do have a new job. I'm going to start on Tuesday after holiday on Monday. So I have a new job. Start that up. And I had this discussion with their recruiter. And this person is like, hey, yeah, they want an Agile coach job role. They need to help fill. I'm like, okay. And I'm looking at that thing. It says, well, it says here, do you want less and safe? Well, tell me about it. What's going on with why do they want people with experience in both scaling operations, both frameworks? And this is what the recruiter goes to tell me. Well, at first they want to do less because they don't really have the organization together, so they're going to do less. And then later on, as they get more mature, maybe in a year or so, they'll do safe. So you won't get bored of what they're doing because they're going to later on transform it safe. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I get the idea of having different groups. Maybe one management organization wants to do some less and try that out. Another organization wants to try it safe. Okay, I get it. It's all about that group. It kind of goes against both teachings for both scaled operations. But I can kind of see it. And the funny thing is that the person told me that, yeah, there was a lot of other Agile coaches like question, why do you want to do both? Because you usually don't. And it was just like one of those things. It's like you won't get bored because you're going to transform. So the company, the corporate, I don't know who's consulting with this company. I would love to just talk with their senior management, the CIO, and say, what are you thinking? Why are you thinking this way? What is going on? And I wouldn't really care. I just do it just to help them because they're about to go down a road that's going to cause them massive pain and lose lots of money and cost a lot of value for their customers. And I don't understand why any consultant would ever suggest doing that, nor management. Because think about it this way. They're going to do a large-scale transformation to less, right? This is what she tells me. First, they're going to do it less, which is large-scale Scrum, right? And they're going to manage it that way. Unless it's a tough thing. I mean, if you can get to a real less organization, you're going to be highly productive, but it's very hard to get there. It's not an easy road. And you have to have a lot of honesty, and a lot of these corporations can't handle honesty. And then you're going to do all that work. You're going to move everybody around, reform everybody, get these groups together and teams together and all that stuff, and do that with the less. And then you're going to go put safe. So you got to think about it. Build an organization has lots of freedom with less, right? Self-interact. I mean, there's no organizational tree in less. Very little of one. And then you're going to go take them and then transform them again and do safe, which has lots of hierarchy in it because it matches an existing organization is the way they have it set up now. Oh my God, can you imagine what the heck's going to go on in that company? They're all going to want to jump. I don't know. They're all going to go insane. But this is what the recruiter told me. I said, hey, I would love to go talk to them and find out what they really want to do. And if they, that never came about, probably because she realized that I thought whatever their recommendation was nuts. I didn't say that, but I said, do you know it's crazy risky to go from one transformation to another one and a year's period of time? You're not going to get what you want. All the transformation says it takes a couple of years. Yeah, they don't get it. And I feel so sorry for them. But can I make a recommendation, everybody out there? Do not think you're going to go through one transformation and do less. And then later on, you're going to do safe because the two are really opposite each other on how there's a lot of similarities, but from a hierarchy standpoint, it's very different. Less tends to tear down an organization and reformulate it and have new HR and new everything like that. And safe tries to utilize the existing organizational trees. Big difference. Anyway, I'm just going to leave you with that for your insane discussion for the day, that you hear a story on Greg Mester's show that there are companies out there that want to do 2 transformations enterprise-wide in a year from one framework to another, which I thought was insane. Anyway, it's Thursday. Give us the thumbs up if you like the show, and ring the bell. And if you work for such an organization, feel free to let me know, and I'll do it for free. I seriously will do it for free because I worry about places and businesses when they hear stuff like that. I don't care. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy your Thursday. Go play in the snow. Kids are delayed before they go to school. Who knows if they're actually going to start school today? Don't know. But I wish you all the health and happiness and the best wishes. Bye. See ya.